Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1, and welcome to the morning edition of Boots on the Ground. It is July 2nd. It is a Saturday. If you have anything to offer, anything to add, it would be much appreciated. Send it to Southern Prepper 1, the number 1, Southern Prepper 1 at yahoo.com. Let's get right into it. It'll have a lot to cover. Mark Zuckerberg said he told his employees on Thursday to brace for deep economic downturn. Also, next week will be high temperatures in Texas, so the power grid down there will be strained. So be prepared for that in case they do have any rolling blackouts. And turn off anything you're not needing. This is a local high-end grocery store up in Seattle in a wealthy suburb areas. They said their hot and cold deli bar is historically always high quality with fresh, utterly flawless vegetables. But in the past few weeks, it's been not as good, and they named some examples of some of the vegetables that weren't perfect. So they said clearly money still can buy plenty, but the plenty is not quite what it used to be. This is from a delivery company. It's a smaller one, but they have seen a 13% decrease in volume over the past 6 weeks. And they were told to start reducing routes and payroll and to prepare for a recession. This is a rural small town in Missouri. July 1st, ammonia has gone up to $2,000 to $23,000 per ton. This must be used for fertilizer. Chicken feed, $9 in February to $15 today. Also, they're saying that parts are being stolen off of semi-trucks and off of trailers. Anything from wheels, tires, lug nuts, anything consumable. There's such a shortage. The only way people can keep their trucks on the road is to steal from somebody else. Canada, gas is at $7.50 a gallon. Chicken's about $9 a pound. Ground beef is $7 a pound. Grapes are $8 a pound. Butter is $8 a pound. The food bank up there in Canada is getting hit very hard, and they're running out of food. This is from someone in their local Walmart. Augustin Farm eggs, $80 for a number 10 can of scrambled egg mix. This is from a fire and EMS, and he lives in the Minnesota area. He says drugs, and he listed some drugs. They're very short supply. He also said pain medication is way back ordered, up to 3 to 4 months. Also, Ford chassis for new ambulance are on back order. A lot of times they take the cab or the back of the ambulance off if it's still good and put it on a brand new chassis, because that's what really wears out the quickest. Also, the steel manufacturing up in their area laid off 200 people in 2020, but the company was still in business. But they went by it recently, and the plant is empty, no activity, shut down completely, it looks like. This person was just notified that their Amazon things that they have this subscribed to, so they get it on a regular basis, that a lot of the items are not in stock, and they do not know when they will. And this would include like virgin olive oil and vitamin products. This is Central Alabama to Southeast Michigan. They did a road trip, it sounds like, and they did see a lot of trucks, so that's a positive thing. But they did also see slightly higher number of trucks parked along the road. Don't know if they're broken down or just waiting for a job. Also saw deadhead tractors and some empty flatbed trailers, but this could be local deliveries of equipment with no load in return. So we don't know if these just don't have a load or if they just made their delivery locally and going back to their shop. He said light on camping trailers, RVs, and boats. They also live close to a railroad track, and in the last few days they think volume is a little bit down. This is St. Louis, Missouri. This person has a daughter that takes anti-seizure medicine, and every month for the last 6 months they've gone in there to get it, and to Walgreens, and is out of stock, and they have to wait a couple weeks to get it. This man or woman asked the pharmacist about this, and they said, she always tells me that it's not a supply chain issue. And in big words, he said, lies. This is a correction officer in the middle of the country. They have 1,350 inmates. It is full to the max. They actually have a problem because if you mess up, you go to a restrictive housing area, but the restrictive housing area is so full, so when they have a new person that gets thrown in there, they have to take one of the other people and throw them out. So sometimes they're only spending a day in the restrictive housing area. Also, They've seen major changes in the food that they serve the prisoners. Now powdered eggs are a regular item. Also had issues with oatmeal having weevil larvae in them. And they never know what they're going to get, so the menu is always constantly changing. During Christmas, a water main broke, and they could not get the part. So for 3 weeks, I guess they didn't have water, and he said it was a riot-like status. The inmates were very upset, not good, overcrowded, and not enough guards. He also stated that the quality of the guard is not like they used to be. Any warm body will do, and they're not being properly trained also. That's probably because of time. He said, for example, just the past month, he had to post 2 guys in crucial stations that were without any training to man that post. The last shift rotation was operating with only 16 officers. That's total for the whole unit. So it's way down. In the last 8 or so months, inmates on officer attacks have increased significantly. They have hired some new officers, but they have left when they've either been involved in an attack or seen a coworker attacked. They immediately quit. They don't think it's worth it. The penal system is crashing, just like the economic house of cards we have. The penal system and jailers. I commend you if you work in law enforcement and if you work with the prisoners. You're doing a good job. Please keep it up. We're so short in that field, and there's not a lot of people that want to get locked into a building with a bunch of criminals. I commend you if you do that job. Thank you. California. These people buy worms as a treat for their chickens. And a big bag of worms were $91, and it's gone up now to $101.50. A small bag from $13.50 to $16.50. Now that small bag is only $3, but $3 is a lot of money in this economy when everything you buy is going up. This is a person that has the internet, and their bill went from $78 to $178, and I believe this is with AT&T. So they called to find out why, and the people said, well, you went over your limit. And then they said, no, we have unlimited. So then they changed it to, oh, you have a copper line. You don't have a fiber line, so that's why we charge you $100 more. They fought with him and argued with him, and I think they got it reduced for that month. But the guy said, I got a feeling we will not have internet after this month. What I've heard, and I will check this and verify it, that AT&T is no longer maintaining any copper wire, any copper lines. They're all going to fiber. So I will verify that. Let's see, Toyota, more confirmation that they're charging $3 to $4 over the manufacturer's suggested retail price. And they say it is a commodity markup charge. Northeast Nebraska. His home tax value went up a lot, and then it went up some more this year. So the bottom line, this man will be paying a lot more in taxes. So yes, you're going to see your home values go up, and they want it to go up because when your home value goes up, they can charge you more in taxes. This is in the South. This person works for the IRS. They're so short-handed. That's why it's taking forever to process paper returns. They have job fairs, but they can't even get enough people. And they have good pay, they say. They got good benefits, and they have a good, secure job. Still, they can't recruit anybody. They have said, please file it and pay electronically. It will help them. It will help the system. It will definitely help you. Also, in his area, there's a lot of furniture companies. They have given the employees the next 2 weeks off due to the lack of supply and the lack of demand. So people are not buying furniture, and that's rightfully so. If you barely can make money to put gas and food on the table, gas in the car, you're not going to be buying new furniture. So 2 weeks of time off. Also, the Pizza Hut in their area, 2 people were working it over the weekends. 2 people. Restaurant industries are destroyed because they have lack of people. Also, this is a sit rep from Alaska. This is the Anchorage area. This is a grocery store. I think it's called Three Bear Grocery Store. They say it's very stocked well right now. The Fred Meyer's grocery store is stocked, but prices are rising. This person visited the VA for dental cleaning. They were short-staffed. The supplies were short in the dental area, and they were told it was also short in other departments in the VA. Vehicle repair service and dealers are having problems getting parts. There's a part shortage just like it the whole country. And sometimes they take months to get a part. He said the bright side, salmon is starting to run, and his family is allocated, I guess legally, 55 salmon he can take per year. So he will be taking all 55 and using for his family. And he also said, I'll be using these fish to bless others. So that's good, sharing. The Chase Bank issue, getting a lot of information from that. To sum it up, what I really think it is, and someone else told me, they're either offline for maintenance when this occurred, or there was a cyber attack. So it's either one, because this was not a planned thing. They didn't warn anybody. Some people were late in paying bills because they wouldn't go, automatic bills wouldn't go through. So they did send something out. There'll be no late fees applied to this, because it was not the person with the account's fault. It was definitely the bank, or it was a cyber attack. This is in Louisiana Delta area. This man had a tooth problem. Had to get into a dentist. Couldn't get into a dentist at all. Had to wait. 2-month wait. Luckily, he was able to get some antibiotics to help treat it. But he said this was a serious medical emergency, and it was a no-go in trying to get some help. He said every field is planted over there in the Louisiana Delta area. But he said the corn is looking sad. The soybeans are looking good. Shelves are stocked, but rice and beans are scarce. This pregnant woman, I guess, was craving some chilies. And when you have a pregnant woman craving something, you will move mountains to get it. If not, your life will be miserable. So Friday night, he went out about 8:15 to get what his wife wanted. He tried to place the order online. It would not take it. So they called and placed the order, and he went and picked it up. And they had actually new hours posted on the door, and it is major cuts in the hours. Reason is they have no workers. This person was looking at the organic potatoes, the potatoes you cut up and eat in the fruit and vegetable section, and they were already sprouting. They sent me pictures of them. This is Omaha. This person went shopping to Walmart, and the lower priced breads were all sold out. Peanut butter is hard to find. They ordered new glasses, and it took a month to get them, and it was because there was not enough workers to make the glasses. Most restaurants there are only drive-through now or have their hours majorly cut because of no workers. Anthony Steakhouse. It's been open for 55 years serving that area, and they had to close because of lack of workers. Also, they said they're a teacher, and they said a huge number of teachers are going to be quitting going into the new year, and I'm hearing that from every teacher. I'm hearing it from people that I know personally. Major teachers are tired, they're fed up, they're walking off the job, looking for something else. This person works at a food service contractor, and they work in a cafeteria of one of the largest semi-truck manufacturing plant in the U.S. And they said that chicken, egg, beef, and bacon have nearly doubled in price. When we place a food order, we only get 60% of the product. We get lower grade substitutions or nothing at all. They said the soda fountain has been down for 3 weeks because Coca-Cola cannot supply them with the CO2 tanks. They're totally unavailable. This person said more and more people are realizing we are in trouble. This is a Safeway grocery store in Washington State. This person said a year ago Progressive soups were 99 cents. I don't know if that was the sale price or the everyday price. That just seems cheap. But they were 99 cents. Now they are $4.79. That is a crazy price for a can of Progressive soup. Let's go up to good old Winnipeg, Canada. This person said there's now a thriving black market in stolen groceries. You let them know what you want and they will boost it. They'll boost your order for you from the store and charge you half the sticker price. Big ticket items that people are trying to steal, our steaks are at the top of the list. This person, I quote, I just drove through an agricultural area of the northwest Minnesota. All of the fields are waterlogged. Crops of wheat, corn, beans are terrible. Many crops never emerged. Those that did emerge are stunted. So it sounds like they have a wet problem there. Some place of the country we have definitely drought. This place definitely looks like too much water. This is Canvas. This is an electrical company called Evergy, E-V-E-R-G-Y. and they just announced new rate hikes, and it's going to be 24 cents per kilowatt. The national average, they say, is around 13 cents per kilowatt. So major price increases on electricity. This is in Virginia. This person went to a military hospital. It was on Friday to fill 2 prescriptions. Their spouse was a retired member, so they can go to the military hospital. They did not have my pills. She also said that she saw this happen to a good number of people that were waiting in line. They were told they didn't have their pills. Gas is $5.59, diesel $6.69 in Virginia. This is a pizza maker in New York State. He cannot find people to work. He says customers get very angry over very little things. He had to call the state police on a customer because he came very combative and he was complaining about the high price of their food. Also, he says break-ins, very common, becoming way more common. Aldi's meat shelves basically empty, and he takes Interstate 88 to work, and he says it's about half the amount of semi-trucks. I appreciate you tuning into Boots on the Ground Morning Edition. I'll have to bring you an evening edition because I am overloaded with reports, but I don't want to discourage you from sending them. I will get to them. If you are kind enough to send them in, I can be kind enough to try to report as much as I possibly can. Thanks for watching.